Now at 4, the fire's burning across our area. Smoke filled the sky and the firefight is on. We're tracking the flames before you head out for the weekend. Plus, a local hospital is inundated with COVID-19 patients. The warning they are sending out as more people test positive. And the drought emergency impacting fire survivors now. What change the town is making for those who have moved back.
Covering Northern California, you're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
The smoky skies are thick today in our area, and you can see here the monument fire putting out all of that ashy air. This fire has now burned more than 142,000 acres, still only 10% contained right now. The Dixie Fire has burned now more than 700,000 acres and still sits at 35% containment. 1,225 buildings have now been destroyed. Of those, 650 are homes. Still more than 16,000 buildings are threatened right now. Meteorologist Patrick Wright live in the Storm Tracker Weather Center. Patrick, how strong are the winds out there right now?
Well, for the most part, they are very calm actually throughout most of Northern California. In the upper atmosphere, though, we're starting to see some of the smoke move around and change around. So at least we have that positive thing to look forward to. But we do still have some isolated pockets of gusty winds, especially in the valley or the canyons, with Jarbo Gap gusting up to about 14 miles per hour. So otherwise, right now, the winds are very light across most of the Dixie Fire area. So we haven't seen much activity except for the southern flank right down here. So that is something we're keeping an eye on, and we'll keep an eye on things as we head throughout the rest of the week. The wind throughout the rest of the area, though, it has shifted to a southerly wind, so the temperatures will start to cool off, but we do see the chance for some gusts here and there. Though the main concern is right now humidity. It is very low throughout most of our area, so it is still parched conditions out there for a lot of the fuels and things. But looking at the concerns over the next day or so, lighter winds throughout the next couple of days, so that'll be good news for helping fight fires. We won't see the flames getting fanned or anything like that. So right now we have the moderate to high fire danger mainly due to the dry conditions in most of our area. All of more details and where the smoke goes from here in my main forecast coming up.
Thank you, Patrick, and we will have more fire coverage in a moment. But first, Enloe Hospital says they are seeing an increase in COVID-19 hospitalizations as more cases are confirmed. Action News Now reporter Christian Lopez joins us in studio. Christian, how many people are hospitalized with the coronavirus right now?
Right now, 49 people are currently hospitalized. 86% of them are unvaccinated. Enloe Hospital officials say that only 6 people who are hospitalized are vaccinated, and the hospital just opened up a third ICU to be able to care for patients. Right now, there are currently 9 patients in the ICU, and none of them are on ventilators. 3 patients are from the Mother-Baby Care Center. Dr. Marcia Nelson, who is the chief medical officer at Enloe, says that they're very close to the number of patients that they had at the peak of the pandemic in December.
We have room for patients, but if we get to where we're having half of our patients with COVID, we may not have the bed capacity or the staff to be able to take care of them.
Dr. Nelson says that they have put their surge plan into place once again.
And Christian, do we know the percentage of cases in Butte County that are linked to the Delta variant?
Right now, Dr. Nelson says that in the most recent sampling in Butte County, over 70% of cases were found to be the Delta variant.
Thank you very much, Christian. We appreciate it. And Dr. Nelson says back in December, the largest group of patients hospitalized were the 65 to 74-year-olds. Now, the age group is 55 to 64 years old. This is how many people are hospitalized around our area. 5 more people went into the hospital in Tehama County since yesterday. 4 more in Glenn County alone. And cases are rising too. Shasta County confirmed 98 new cases just yesterday. Butte County, 92 new cases. As more people test positive, vaccinations are also going up. Just over half, 51.1% of the total U.S. population is now fully vaccinated. For the first time since early July, CDC data shows more than 1 million doses were reported administered in a single day. That's 73% higher than a month ago. Just like we are seeing here at home, officials say the age group being hospitalized is getting lower.
Healthy, young 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds who, because of the aggressive nature of the Delta variant, are now being hospitalized.
There is more pressure on the FDA to give full approval to vaccines and authorization for children under 12. The agency says full approval could come quickly, though the FDA says it needs more data for children.
And it is with much sorrow that we mark this devastating milestone of 25,000 deaths in our county.
Los Angeles County has surpassed 25,000 COVID-19 related deaths. That is a fraction of more than 64,000 dead across the state of California. And take a look at how many deaths we have in our area. In total, this map shows 813 total deaths. The most you can see are in Shasta County. To our fire coverage now, where the CHP arrested a man in the Dixie Fire evacuation zone. It happened before noon yesterday near Lake Crest Road, south of Blinkenstaff Road in Janesville. Police say they told Willis Dowse to leave. He refused and took off in a pickup truck, nearly hitting an officer. To the Monument Fire now, and you could see how active it is around nearly the whole perimeter toward the bottom. Now you can see the fire is kind of inching towards Hayfork, not too far away from the flames. Action News Now reporter Anna Torrea went to Hayfork to see how they're preparing in case the Monument Fire burns their way.
A woman here in Hayfork has been helping to clear all this grass and bush that's here behind me, that's right next to her mother's home.
Just basically trying to create a space that where if firefighters came along and they saw that this place needed help or something like that, they have something to work with. If you have brush right up against your fence or things that'll go up in flames and light trees on fire, your house will go.
Donnice Robinson grew up in Hayfork. She spent Friday in the smoky air cleaning up the brush and trees around her mother's home.
It's really important. It's more important to do it long before a fire is anywhere near your house. So it's clear. Probably another 5 hours till it's all done. Yeah, I mean, like there'll be like a 10-foot swath from the fence out and nothing, I mean, clear down to the dirt.
Donnice tells me she's been doing this since yesterday. Reporting in Hayfork, Anna Torrea, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
And to the McFarland fire that has grown to more than 115,000 acres, containment grew by 1% to 52%. In Platina, fire crews say their lines are holding and they will continue to focus on protecting buildings in the Begum Gorge and Platina areas. The Caldor fire is up to 73,000 acres and this is burning in El Dorado County. Already more than 100 buildings have been destroyed and crews are working on protecting more than 6,000 others. As of now, Highway 50 is still open. Now to the Cache fire burning in Clear Lake in Lake County. Has burned only 75 acres but has destroyed many homes. This fire sparked on Wednesday and is now 40% contained. CAL FIRE has not yet known what caused this fire. One Tehama County supervisor is resigning from the board. Coming up, who it is and the reason behind their leave. Plus, as students return to the Chico State campus, how are local businesses doing? We are live and checking in with some business owners at the close of move-in week. But first, a water change for Paradise campfire survivors in the middle of a drought emergency. We'll explain when we come back. Stay with us. Is she? It's Cache? I know. Yeah, and then today they were talking about it in the newsroom and they were like, is it Cache or Cash? Cache or Cash? And I just got lost. That's my fault. I'm gonna just think Johnny Cash. Thank the Lord. The Paradise Irrigation District, also known as the PID, is working to save water for those living on the ridge, especially during this local drought emergency that we're in. Action News Now reporter Danny Maston shows us what changes are being made.
Water across the state of California is becoming more scarce.
Water is life. Water is precious. Without water, there's no life. There's no town.
Amaji Fox has been living in Paradise for 40 years. She was relieved to hear that her town is taking steps to preserve water so that the town can continue to rebuild.
I appreciate the town of Paradise looking after the people in Paradise because we have gone through a lot.
Usually anyone would be able to come here to the Paradise Irrigation District to fill up their jugs, but now this water will only be able to be used by people who live in Paradise.
We want to make sure that the water isn't being taken by folks who don't live in Paradise and that it's saved for the residents who actually need the water.
Assistant District Manager for the PID tells me when people come to get water, they will have to register first and show proof that they are a Paradise resident.
Come to the office. They'll talk with customer service to give them their address, their vehicle information, and at that time, it gives an opportunity for our customer service reps to look up their account and see their water situation to see if there isn't something better that we could be doing for them at their property.
It is important that everybody has enough water for cement work or cleanup.
The PID also saving water by not allowing people to fill up tanks, only jugs. Reporting in Paradise, Danny Maston, Action News Now coverage you can count on.
The Paradise Irrigation District is open